Back to the Future launched actors like Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd into stardom, but by 2025, their faces have changed in ways you wouldn't believe. Some have even passed away under mysterious circumstances. Can you guess who? Let's find out together. Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly. Michael J. Fox, born on June 9, 1961, portrayed Marty McFly in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 24, bringing to life a witty, energetic teenager who led audiences on an emotional time travel adventure. This role wasn't just the heart of the film, it made him an icon of the 80s. Fox's career skyrocketed with Family Ties and Teen Wolf, where he showcased the perfect blend of humor and emotional depth, winning 3 Emmys and a Golden Globe. His net worth is estimated at around $65 million, largely from acting and philanthropic efforts. However, at the age of 29, Fox received the shocking diagnosis of early-onset Parkinson's, forcing him to hide his tremors on set. Meanwhile, he married Tracy Pollan in 1988, and they have 4 children. Still, illness and public scrutiny once left him feeling isolated, leading to a period of alcoholism before he found healing through therapy. By 2025, at age 64, Fox mostly gets around in a wheelchair with a weakened voice, but his optimism and Parkinson's Foundation continue to inspire. Leah Thompson as Lorraine Baines. Leah Thompson, born on May 31, 1961, portrayed Lorraine Baines in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 24, a gentle but conflicted mother who created emotionally unique moments as she unknowingly interacted with her future son. The role catapulted her to new heights, leading to projects like Some Kind of Wonderful and Caroline in the City, where she shined in both comedy and drama, earning a Golden Globe nomination and winning a People's Choice Award. Thanks to her success, she built a net worth of about $14 million. However, Hollywood's harsh attitude toward older actresses caused her career to slow down in the 2000s. Off-screen, she married director Howard Deutsch in 1989, and they have 2 daughters. But rumors of Deutsch's infidelity led her through years of therapy and feelings of abandonment. Thompson also battled an eating disorder during her peak fame and endured multiple miscarriages, leaving emotional scars. By 2025, at age 64, she lives quietly in New Mexico, finding solace in painting and writing her memoir, far from the spotlight. Claudia Wells as Jennifer Parker. Claudia Wells, born on July 5, 1966, played Jennifer Parker in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 19, a devoted girlfriend who brought warmth to Marty McFly's love story. This role was a turning point, but she left acting to care for her mother who had cancer, which led to her absence from the sequels. Later, Wells opened the Armani Wells men's clothing store in Los Angeles in 1991, which she still runs today, earning recognition at fan events and receiving awards from the local business community. Through her efforts, she has a net worth of about $1 million, mostly from her business. A difficult relationship with her alcoholic mother once led to struggles with an eating disorder, but her Christian faith and her son, Sebastian, became her emotional anchors. By 2025, at age 58, Wells balances her business with occasional returns to acting, showing resilience in reinventing herself. Christopher Lloyd as Dr. Emmett Brown. Christopher Lloyd, born on October 22, 1938, brought to life Dr. Emmett Brown in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 47, a wild-haired, passionate scientist who became the soul of the trilogy. This role placed him among veteran actors, followed by One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where he was praised for embodying eccentric characters, winning a Saturn Award and receiving an Emmy nomination for his TV work. His efforts earned him a net worth of around $40 million, but poor financial management once pushed him to the brink of bankruptcy. Behind his vibrant exterior, Lloyd lived a turbulent personal life with 5 marriages, all ending in divorces marked by disputes over assets and infidelity. With no children, he faced depression and loneliness, especially after the drowning death of his nephew and a house fire that destroyed property in the 1990s. By 2025, at age 86, Lloyd lives alone in California, occasionally appearing at fan conventions. Crispin Glover as George McFly. Crispin Glover, born on April 20, 1964, portrayed George McFly in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 21, a shy father who gradually found courage, delivering a memorable emotional transformation. This role led him to indie films like River's Edge and Willard, where his eccentric acting style was praised, earning him a Saturn Award and an Independent Spirit Award nomination. His net worth is around $6 million, mainly from acting and experimental film projects. However, his unusual personality and conflicts with producers distanced him from mainstream opportunities. In terms of marriage, Glover never wed, rejecting traditional relationships, and lives alone in a mansion in the Czech Republic, where he produces little-seen films surrounded by bizarre wax statues. A spinal injury in 2014 caused chronic pain, along with depression and paranoia, making him rarely leave home. By 2025, at age 61, Glover remains a reclusive artist, living in his own world, far from the once-promised spotlight. Wendy Jo Sperber as Linda McFly. Wendy Jo Sperber, born on September 15, 1958, played Linda McFly in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 27, a sharp young woman of the 1980s who brought natural charm and vitality to the McFly family dynamic. This role cemented her reputation for memorable supporting performances in I Wanna Hold Your Hand and Bosom Buddies, where she showcased her comedic talent, earning an American Comedy Award nomination and a Humanitarian Award for her efforts in raising cancer awareness. However, Sperber's life faced major challenges. She married Richard Velasquez in 1983, had 2 children, but divorced in 1994. Leaving her with the heavy burden of single motherhood. In 1997, she was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent surgery, but the disease returned and metastasized in 2002, forcing her into a grueling physical and emotional battle. Despite this, Sperber remained optimistic, inspiring those around her. She passed away on November 29, 2005, at the age of 47, due to complications from breast cancer, leaving behind a legacy as a resilient artist. Tom Wilson as Biff Tannon. Tom Wilson, born on April 15, 1959, portrayed Biff Tannon in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 26, a ruthless bully who became one of the most unforgettable villains of the 1980s. Though the role became iconic, it also typecast him. Yet Wilson still managed to shine through supporting roles and voice work, released a Christian music album, and was honored at Disneyland in 2006 for his paintings of vintage toys. With his versatile talent, he built a net worth of around $4 million. Alongside his financial and career success, he married Caroline in 1985, and they had 4 children, creating a stable family life that helped him navigate professional pressures. His strong Catholic faith became a cornerstone, helping Wilson remain positive amid the challenges of Hollywood. By 2025, at age 66, he resides in Los Angeles, continuing to paint and appear at fan events. McClure as Dave McFly. McClure, born on March 31, 1957, played Dave McFly in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 28, a down-to-earth older brother representing the working-class youth of the 1980s, enriching the McFly family story. This role followed his earlier success in Superman, but his career gradually faded, with only minor roles, despite a Saturn Award nomination and recognition from the Superman fan community. Through perseverance, he accumulated a net worth of about $1 million. However, McClure never married and had no children, which left him facing loneliness, especially after the death of his brother from cancer and the passing of his parents, leading to depression and a reclusive lifestyle. These losses shaped a quiet life away from Hollywood. By 2025, at the age of 68, McClure lives in California, seeking peace in a simple life far from the spotlight he once knew. George DiCenzo as Sam Baines. George DiCenzo, born on April 21, 1940, played Sam Baines in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 45, a strict 1950s father who brought historical depth through his authoritative presence. This role added to DiCenzo's rich career, from Close Encounters of the Third Kind to The Exorcist III. And he was also well known as an acting teacher, founding a studio in Philadelphia, receiving a Drama Desk nomination and honors from the acting community. Despite his professional success, DiCenzo's personal life was turbulent, with 3 marriages, the last to Donna Arts in 1999, and 3 stepchildren. Broken relationships and career pressures made it difficult for him to balance passion with personal life, yet he remained devoted to his craft. DiCenzo passed away on August 9, 2010, at the age of 70, from sepsis, leaving behind the legacy of a multi-talented artist who never gained widespread recognition. Frances Lee McCain as Stella Baines. Frances Lee McCain, born on July 28, 1944, played Stella Baines in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 41. A kind-hearted mother who brought warmth to the 1950s setting, enriching the film's family values. This role was part of McCain's diverse career, from Footloose to Stand By Me, where she demonstrated finesse in supporting roles, earning a Critics' Choice nomination and awards from independent film festivals. In real life, she married Mark Wheeler in the 1960s, but the marriage ended due to his infidelity and substance abuse, leaving her alone after the divorce. The suicide of her brother in the 1980s left a lasting scar, deeply affecting her emotional well-being. By 2025, at the age of 80, she lives quietly in New Mexico, seeking peace in the final chapter of her life. Elsa Raven as Clock Tower Lady. Elsa Raven, born on September 21, 1929, played the role of Clock Tower Lady in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 56, a passionate woman who brought a memorable, nostalgic symbol to the film. This small role was part of Raven's long-spanning career, from the Amityville Horror to Titanic, where she left her mark through supporting roles, earning a Screen Actors Guild nomination and awards from film festivals. Off-screen, Raven never married and had no children, choosing a quiet life filled with love for her 15 nieces and nephews. Sadly, Raven passed away on November 2, 2020, at the age of 91, leaving behind a legacy as a quiet yet respected artist, James Tolken, as Mr. Strickland. James Tolken, born on June 20, 1931, played Mr. Strickland in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 54, a strict vice principal who added humorous tension and emphasized discipline in the film. This role cemented Tolken's authoritative image, which continued in Top Gun and Masters of the Universe, earning him a Saturn nomination and recognition from the theater community. With his success, he amassed a net worth of around $5 million, primarily from acting. In real life, he married Parmalee Wells in 1971, and they had 3 children, but the pressures of career and public life caused family strain. Additionally, being discharged from the Navy due to heart issues brought a stern edge to his roles, which sometimes led to misunderstandings off-screen. By 2025, at age 93, he has retired, living quietly with his family and enjoying peaceful days. Norman Alden as Lou. Norman Alden, born on September 13, 1924, played Lou, the cafe owner in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 61, a friendly man who brought warmth to the 1950s setting. This role was part of Alden's extended career, from The Andy Griffith Show to My Three Sons, earning him an Emmy nomination and awards from the acting community. In real life, he was married twice, first to Lance Sirota and later to Sharon May Lubin. He had 2 children, but both marriages ended in divorce, leading to distant relationships with his children. Under the strain of marriage and career, Alden struggled with depression and alcoholism during the 1970s and 1980s, requiring a brief hospital stay. Alden passed away on July 27, 2012, at the age of 87 due to natural causes. Casey Simasco as 3D. Casey Simasco, born on March 17, 1961, played 3D, a member of Biff's gang, in Back to the Future in 1985 at the age of 24, a rebellious young man with signature glasses, highlighting the contrast with the main character. This role led him to Young Guns and Stand By Me, where he showcased versatility, earning a Young Artist Award nomination and recognition from independent film festivals. However, he gradually stepped away from acting to spend time with loved ones and pursue a career outside the screen. By 2025, at age 64, he lives quietly, avoiding public appearances, choosing a modest life far from Hollywood. Time has certainly taken its toll on the beloved cast of Back to the Future, but their legacy still lives on. No matter how much they've changed, these faces will always take us back to 1985. Which transformation surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more throwback reveals. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.